Today's lesson is on solving rate problems. First, we're going to look at our key idea for distance, speed, and time. To find the distance traveled, d, multiply the speed, r, by the time, t. R can also stand for rate, so r is speed or rate. So d equals rt. To find the speed, r, divide the distance, d, by the time, t. So r equals d divided by t. For our first example, we're finding a distance. A peregrine falcon can dive at a speed of 80 meters per second. How far can it dive in 4 seconds? So we're going to use our formula, d equals rt. Our rate, or our speed in this problem, is 80 meters per second. So that'd be 80 meters over 1 second. And we want to know how far it can dive in 4 seconds. So we're going to multiply by 4. Our seconds will cancel out. So then we're going to multiply 80 times 4 and get 320 with our label of meters. So 320 meters. A peregrine falcon can dive 320 meters in 4 seconds. Now we have an additional example. You can pause the video and try it on your own, or you may follow along. A giraffe runs at 880 yards per minute. How far can it run in 3 minutes? So first we're going to use our formula, d equals rt. Our rate, or our speed, is 880 yards per minute, so for 1 minute. We want to know how far it can run in 3 minutes, so we're going to be multiplying this by 3 minutes. Minutes will cancel, and so we're going to multiply 880 times 3. So 880 times 3 would be 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 8 is 24. Carry our 2. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 2 is 26. So our answer will be 2,640 yards. For our second example, we're finding a speed. A great white shark swims 90 feet in 2 and 5/10 seconds. What is its speed? So first we're going to write the formula for speed. So r equals d divided by t. Our distance is 90 feet, and our time is 2 and 5/10 seconds. So now we're going to divide 90 by 2 and 5/10, and we'll get 36. So we'll have 36 feet per second. So its speed is 36 feet per second. Now we have an additional example. You can pause the video and try it on your own, or you may follow along. A lion runs 288 feet in 4 seconds. What is its speed? First, we're going to write down our formula. R equals d divided by t. Our distance is 288 feet. And our time is 4 seconds. So now we need to divide 288 by 4. So 288 divided by 4. 4 goes into 28 7 times. And 7 times 4 is 28. When we subtract, we get 0, and then we'll bring down our 8. And 4 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. When we subtract, we get 0. So we get that the speed is 72 feet per second. For our third example, we're solving a rate problem. How high does the hot air balloon rise in 15 seconds? For our first method, we can use the formula for distance, so D equals RT. We can see from the picture that it rises 9 meters every 3 seconds. So our rate is 9 meters over 3 seconds. We want to know how high it can rise in 15 seconds. So we're going to be multiplying that by 15. Our seconds will cancel out, and then we can also simplify 3 and 15 by dividing by 3. So the 3 will become a 1, and the 15 will become a 5. Now we can multiply 9 times 5 and get 45, so our answer is 45 meters. The balloon rises 45 meters in 15 seconds. Our second method is use a unit rate. So we can say 9 meters over 3 seconds, and that would be equal to 3 meters over 1 second, because we can divide 3 seconds by 3 and get 1. And if we're dividing the bottom by 3, we also need to divide the top by 3. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So that's our unit rate, 3 meters per second. Now we can use that unit rate to help us solve the problem. If it's 3 meters per second, we're going to multiply that by 15. Our seconds will cancel, and 3 times 15 equals 45. So again, we get 45 meters. So the balloon rises 45 meters in 15 seconds. Now we have an additional example. You can pause the video and try it on your own, or you may follow along. A hot air balloon rises 8 meters every 4 seconds. How high does the hot air balloon rise in 20 seconds? So first we're going to write down our formula. We have D equals RT. Our rate, or our speed, is 8 meters every 4 seconds. So we have 8 meters 4 seconds. So 8 meters in 4 seconds. We want to know how high the hot air balloon rises in 20 seconds. So we're going to be multiplying this by 20. Our seconds will cancel. We can also simplify 4 and 20 by dividing by 4. So 4 will become 1 and 20 will become 5. Now when we multiply, 8 times 5 gives us 40. And then we need to label, so it would be 40 meters. The second method was to use a unit rate. So we have 8 meters in 4 seconds, and that would then be equal to something per second. To go from 4 seconds to 1 second, we're going to be dividing by 4. So then 8 divided by 4 would be 2. So we would be going 2 meters per second. So if it's 2 meters per second, we can then multiply that by 20, and that'd be 20 seconds. So our seconds will cancel. And then 2 times 20 equals 40. So again, we're going to get 40 meters. For our fourth example, we're solving a cost problem. 4 bottles of fruit juice cost $7. How much do 9 bottles cost? Find a unit rate. So first we're going to figure out how much each bottle costs. So it's $7 for 4 bottles, and that'd be equal to something over 1 bottle. We want to know how much 1 bottle will cost. To go from 4 bottles to 1 bottle, you would divide by 4. So now we have to divide the numerators, or the top, by 4. 7 divided by 4 is $1.75. Now we can use that unit rate to help us solve our problem. If it's $1.75 for 1 bottle, we'd multiply that by 9 to find out how much 9 bottles will cost. Bottles, the label, will cancel out, and then we're going to multiply. $1.75 times 9 is $15.75. So 9 bottles cost $15.75. Now we have an additional example. You can pause the video and try it on your own, or you may follow along. 5 cans of soup cost $6. How much do 7 cans of soup cost? Well, first, we're going to find a unit rate. So it's $6 for 5 cans. And we want to know how much it is for just 1 can. So if we're going from 5 cans to 1 can, we're dividing by 5. So we also need to divide 6 by 5. And 6 divided by 5. 5 goes into 6 one time. When we subtract, we get 1. We're going to add a 0, decimal 0, and bring that 0 down. And then 5 goes into 10 2 times, and 2 times 5 is 10. And when we subtract, we get 0. So we get 1.2, which would be $1.20. So it's $1.20 per can. So if it's $1.20 per can, and we want to know how much it costs for 7 cans, we can multiply by 7. Our labels will cancel, cans will cancel out, and then we're going to multiply $1.20 times 7. So $1.20 times 7 would be 7 times 0 is 0, 7 times 2 is 14, carry our 1, and 7 times 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Since we have our decimal 1, 2, we'll bring it over 1, 2, so it'll be $8.40. So 7 cans of soup will cost $8.40. Don't forget to fill out your notes, and remember to watch the video again if needed.